Hello, what's up, everybody? Happy Friday. Um, so last week we did my top 5 favorite Halo Mega Block sets, and this Friday I'm gonna do my top 5 least favorite Mega Block sets, and we're gonna get that started in just a minute. I'm gonna get some people in here first, just so we can get started with a good number of people. Last time we had around 8, so that's kind of like a world record for me anyway. And just trying to get the chat reply on over here where I can see it. And just a second, guys, we'll get it going. Hello, Gabriel. Brandon Mello, you finally made it. All right, thank you. King Killer. Lego King, hi, how are you? Happy Friday, everybody. I don't really have any updates on anything. I haven't got to work on my Covenant drop shipped any this week, so I don't have any updates on that. But we're going to count down my top 5 favorite Mega Bloks, Halo Mega Block sets in just a couple minutes. I'm doing good. I'm out here in the garage. It's about 115 degrees out here, so I call it the sauna. This is my hour of sauna time. All right, we're going to start the countdown in just a second. Man, I forgot to... 1 second, guys. I knew I forgot something. There we go. Now it's official. Good evening to After Things. How are you? All right, guys, we're going to do my top 5 real quick, and then we'll open it up to a Q&A. These are the top 5 least favorite Mega Block sets that I have, and there's not necessarily anything wrong with the sets themselves. It's just kind of my own little nitpicky things that I don't care for, and it should be fun. My day is going good so far. Alright, let me find my stuff. Okay, my number 5 is this set. And let me adjust the camera here. There we go. Alright, I'll tell you a couple things why I don't like this set. It's just, well, let's get it out here. Alright, this is it. Now this is been slightly modified from my last, or from the original, and I just don't like this set. It's there's a lot of problems with it. Now they had a different Watchtower set that they came out with a long time ago, and it's much better than this one in my opinion. I don't have that one. I'm just assuming it's better, but I just don't care for it in a couple of ways. So here's the back of it. One, I'm pretty certain that this shoulder piece was missing from the set when I got it, so that's one problem that I have with it. And 2, I modified this plate here, this base, to be just a little bit wider. I felt like it needed to be just a little bit bigger than what it is, and I don't think that is supposed to be just one 2x2 clear piece there. So I modified this a little bit, and I used this in an animation, and I thought that the original design was just a little bit too small. It does come with some good accessories here. Like this is a good piece here. I like that. That's nothing wrong with that, and there's nothing wrong with the Elite Commander here either. He turned out pretty good. I've got some different arms on him than the original, but that's okay. The main complaint I have with it is just this design that they came up with here with the 4 rods. It's just not very it's not very stable for one, and it's like almost. I really struggled a lot with this, trying to get these to go and line up like they're supposed to, uh, and I just don't care for it. They really should have did something a little bit different with this one. If I had to suggest something that would have made it better, it would be something like maybe 4 of these that blue, and they could have did it like that instead of these blue rods. They're just no good. I don't like them, and that would have been much better if you could imagine that being blue, translucent. That would have worked much better than this. And this top could have been a little bit bigger too. And these things here are real flimsy and they come off real easy, so I don't really care for those. And that's kind of why it's in the in the bad pile, I would say. Just not a very good set, in my opinion. Now you may love this set. That's cool. And this was used in Gray Matters. It's at the very beginning when man, I forget her name. Adriana goes up. She goes up in the thing. She goes up in this and assassinates an elite, and he falls off. That's in Gray Matters, like maybe the first 2 minutes. And the reason I made this a little bit bigger too is because I wanted to shine a light through there, so it would look like a blue beam. So that's kind of why I did that. But and only you can see where I kind of modified it. It's not great. It's just I just did that just for the animation. I'll probably set it back like it's supposed to sometime in the future. And I think that they did the other watchtower that they did with this is a lot better version. So if you can find that one, I would assume that one's a lot better. Anyway, let me check the chat real quick and see if I'm missing anybody. Yeah, I mean, I put this on here just because it's really hard to get these to line up. And that with the set was that it was hard to get these to line up correctly and then at set level. And then once that was on there, it was very flimsy. So I didn't really care for that. And that's why I've got it set like that, just for this. Draw kill, thank you very much. Okay, that's number 5, and it's just that it's not like a. I don't hate this set. I just don't care for some of the choices they made with it, and that's kind of. It's not like this isn't like the most hated sets ever. This is just ones that I don't really care for that much. Okay, that's number 5. Let me get this out of here. Last time, I had some people. Hello, Russian Rivers. How are you? All right, we got 6 people watching. Happy Friday if you're just now tuning in. All right, number 4 is this set. The Armor Bay, Infinity Armor Bay. And I'm going to go over a little bit why I don't like this set in just a second. Just going to show you some of the stuff that it comes with. I have this structure here. It's somewhere. I don't know where it's at. And I got this. I was using it on something else. But there's just a couple issues with it that I have. For one, it's not very. It's pretty forgettable as far as building it. And they made some weird choices here. I don't necessarily understand them. For one, this is an old articulated minifigure. Let's see if we can get it up here where you guys can see it. So this is the old figure that the armor pieces don't come off. And this came out right around the time Halo 4 came out. And the idea here is you're supposed to put the character in here, and you can place the armor on him or whatever, but you can't do that. This is the old articulated. I'm thinking like maybe they went ahead and made this set. This was like maybe a year or 2 before the super articulated came out. So I was just kind of maybe they should have put this one back until they could, till they could get the super articulated figure. And what I mean by that is the ones where the armor pieces come off, like this one. That would have made it a lot more practical as far as play value, because you can't really put anything on him or take anything off other than his helmet. So, I mean, that's kind of a bad choice. And I don't know if they were planning on doing the super articulated at the time that they were making this, but I just feel like they should have put this off just maybe until they had that. There's a consensus. King Killer doesn't like it either. And another complaint I have is mainly with this figure here. Let me get in close here. They did a really good job with the top half of him, and you can, I don't know how well you can see it, but you can see these little fine details in the shoulder and the helmet and all that stuff. And then down here on the bottom is very plain and it doesn't have much depth to it. As far as the top of the figure, so it's a little bit inconsistent in its figure there, and I just don't care for that. There's that. And this figure is okay, I guess. It's just that he's maybe his head's just a little bit too big for his body. I mean, he's got a head on him that's just like way too big. And excuse me. Not a lot of detail on the character. He's pretty generic looking. Just a technician, I guess. But if you see on the box here, the level of detail on this figure and this one doesn't quite match the actual figure. It seems a little bit washed out. The blues are a little off. And then the details of the face are way off. Like you think you're getting this he has a sort of like a rounded haircut here. This is more of like a square haircut there. So I just don't care for this one. This is why this is number 4. The build was pretty forgettable. It was maybe done in maybe 15 minutes. And I know that these are some pretty minor complaints. But I'm doing this just to show you that these are the ones I don't care for in my collection. You may have a different opinion of that, and that's okay. And it did come with some cool guns and stuff. And I have these printed pieces. I have those somewhere, and those are kind of cool to get. And this itself is kind of cool. I like the idea of this, but it ain't practical. You can't recreate those scenes from Halo 4. So, I mean, I don't understand what the point of it is. Anyway, let's move on. Let me check the chats real quick. We got 7 people watching. Yeah, I agree. Now, if you guys have got any questions, I'll answer them here in just a minute in the Q&A. I want to get this kind of out of the way so I can be done. All right, we're ready for number 3. And this is kind of an older set, but this is the Banshee. Now, this wasn't in my list of least favorite until this year when I actually tried to work with it some. Now, I used this in animation, and before that, I got this and I put it together and I put it with my collection of Covenant vehicles, and that was pretty much it. I did want to use it eventually. I just hadn't thought of a way to use it. But when I did use it, I found that it was very flimsy, and it wants to come apart. These pieces here come off real easy, and the main complaint I have is with this. It just comes off way too easy. And it doesn't. Now they've made some Banshees since this one, and they've made some improvements, I'm sure. But I just don't like this one after working with it. This comes off too easy, and it's. I wish they had some way of latching it where it stays shut, and then you can open it more easily and not have it just randomly fly open. This is one that had stickers, and you can see I haven't put them on. I don't like stickers, so that's kind of a drawback to why I don't like this one in particular. But those were some minor complaints until I got to working with this. And it's really hard to get the figure down in there and actually make him hold on to it. I had a lot of trouble in the animation I used this with to get him to kind of stay in there and not jump around too much. See his, you can see here that his arms are too wide. Very little room for error. You have to get that just right to get him down in there. And even then, I guess that looks okay, but I just don't care for it. These pieces here come out really easily, but they don't do anything. I mean, I'm assuming you're supposed to be able to do that, but you can't. There's no hinge there, so you can't move that around. It's really just, I don't know. It's not great. And after working with it, I hate this. I really do. I'm gonna try to get a newer Banshee if I ever do any more stuff with Banshees in the future. Hopefully, I can find something that's not a banished Banshee or something, just a regular purple Banshee. I don't know if they have those or not. I did want to mention one other thing about the figure. The color of the figure is a little bit weird. It's not like a lot of the other Elite characters, the early ones. This is an old set. I'll give him a break on that. It's just not great. The helmet turned out okay, but it's almost as if you can see through the armor. I don't think that's what they were going for in that. And let's see here. On the back, you can see that they have the photo here of the character, and you can see a lot more detail in the armor and on the face mask, and you have almost none of that detail that translates good to a camera or whatever. You see there's some really defined black lines around the eyes and around this mouthpiece here and on the armor, and they just doesn't it's just not there on the figure. And I know they kind of embellish a little bit. It's just a shame that they didn't kind of give it a little bit more detail. Okay, so that's number 3. Get that out of here. All right, let me check the chats, guys. Now, if you love these sets, that's okay. I'm not saying that they're the worst sets. They're just sets that I don't care for. They've made some better sets, and those are the ones I kind of like more. All right, number 4. I guess this is number 2, actually. This is more like number 2. We already did number 4. All right, this is Brut Prowler. And this is another one of those sets that I got kind of early on when I started making videos. And I don't really have any major complaints with this one. It's just not that fun. It wasn't very fun to build. And there's not really a lot to it. I mean, it just doesn't feel very imaginative, I guess is what I'm trying to say. I did get this guy, and that's a good thing. There's nothing really wrong with the figures. This one. Except maybe like this is like some brown fur or hair that's supposed to kind of blend down toward the bottom. And you can see on this side, it's just a line that they made right through there. I don't know if it's on this one or not. No, this one turned out a little better than that one. It kind of blends a little better on this one than it did that one. And there's really not a whole lot distinguishing these two from one another. I mean, not great. But still, you know, they're okay. And the figure, there's nothing wrong with this guy. I kind of wish that the insides of these pieces here were solid black. I guess you could go in there and paint those, but you don't want to have to do that. That's too much extra work. Nobody wants to put in extra work. So that's really my only complaint with that, is that should be kind of a black. This thing should be black. That way when you don't see that orange when you move his arm around. Okay, so the figures are okay. They're not terrible. It's mainly this thing that I have a complaint with. There's not a the building of this is not great, and there's not really any other than this turning and this tilting a little bit. There's really no suspension in that, and it looked like they were gonna kind of gear that up for suspension, but they didn't. And it's really hard to get one figure in here and get both hands on there and have him hold on to it. Up here, it's not so bad. They kind of fit in there really good and move around. It's not terrible set, but it's just one that I don't really care for, and I don't use it that much either. Mainly because it doesn't have it seems a little too wide at the bottom, and there's really no suspension action there that you can kind of get it going over some different terrain or whatever. So I don't care for that. It did come with these pieces here, and that was a good little bonus. But overall, I just don't care for this one either. It's not that great. Not one that I would recommend. All right, guys. Any guesses on number one? Checking the chats here. Dun, 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 dun. Did I sure guess the back of that? Yeah. All right, we're up to number one of my least favorite sets, and this one might surprise you, but I'll go over it anyway. It's this set, the police Warthog, and you might be surprised to say, what's wrong with that one? But there's a variety of things that I don't like about this one. I have the extra figure here. I know it comes with 3. I only have the 2 out. Nothing wrong with the figures. I like both figures, or actually I like all the figures. The human figures are all good. I like having this type of variety in the characters. So there's nothing wrong with these. These are actually what makes the set good. Is that, and then we have our brutes. They did a good job of distinguishing these two. One's a stalker and one's just like a jetpack brute. So these turned out good. No complaints with the figures. My main gripe with this one was that I bought this at the store, and it was missing stuff, man. I mean, you can see if you get a good eye. It's missing this piece for this side over there. It didn't come with it, and I've made some complaints to the Mega Bloks. I've sent some emails and I wrote some reviews and stuff. No response from them, but it was missing that piece here, this piece in the back. They had this one, but they had 2 of these. Not the mirror image for this side. So I've kind of made me one out of just extra Legos there. So I was missing that reverse piece there, the mirror piece of that one. And then in the front, it was missing, well, I guess that's not really a front piece, but this piece right here was missing as well. So I was missing a lot of pieces, 3 critical pieces to make it work. And this wouldn't even be in my least favorite ones if it wasn't for that, those missing pieces. It's one thing to have a piece that's missing that, yeah, you probably got some extra ones, but having the pieces that are critical to completing the set, it's just not cool, man. I don't like that. And nothing against Mega Bloks. I'm sure they have problems with stuff, but to be not missing that piece, but to have an extra piece of that and not be able to use it is a big deal to me. Anyway, and that piece there, one that probably exclusively to Mega Bloks, that shape. So I can't really reproduce that. So I mean, or recreate that. So that's a thing. And I guess I can just film from this side and I guess that piece could be reversed over here, I guess. Nope, it can't. So I can't use this, really. Uh, so that's why it's number one. I wish they'd included everything, and then it wouldn't be. Uh, Actually, the other police cruiser, the car one, would be number one because I don't like that one. But just for that, I can't forgive them for that. I mean, I do forgive them. I'm not harboring any bad feelings, but I can't really use it, so it's pretty much useless other than just spare parts. Okay, guys. That's it for. Let me show you the back of that, just in case you missed it. Uh, Everything else turned out good with that. I mean, all the figures are great. The weapons are good. It's good to have some variety of just regular human characters, not Spartans or Marines. So that's good to have those. But I'm just sad that didn't turn out good. I don't know. I don't know what I can do to make it right, but I'm not gonna worry about it. Anyway, that's my top 5 least favorite sets. I'm gonna go ahead and open up to a Q&A if you guys want to chat for a little bit. I don't really have anything else to show you. If you had a question, I'm scrolling through here to see if I got it. I have the service for delivering missing parts. I'm kind of just hoping that I find another one maybe, and maybe that'll make it right. Two sets to make one good set. All right, guys. I'm opening up to the Q&A if you guys want to ask some questions. We're just kind of hanging out today. I'm getting my sauna time out here. It's about 110 degrees out here, I think. But I got my fan going, so I'll survive. If you haven't checked out Stinger 11 Studios contest, he's got a contest going on right now. I think it runs up to the end of the month. Go check out some of the entries. Some of them are coming in right now. Dafter Things has got a good video. I think it's really funny. And kudos to him for including an actual set and working with that. He said it's his first one, so go check that out. And my contest is finished, so I'm not worried about doing that again for a little bit. I'm thinking maybe I might do one the middle of July, maybe, but I doubt it. I don't know what the schedule is going to be like for the next month or two. I got a lot of projects I want to get going. I keep scooting out some of that stuff done. So for now, I'm not going to do another contest. If you want to do a contest, you should probably go check out Stingers. He's got some good prizes, and there's already quite a few entries in there. So go check those out. Maybe give him a thumbs up, a like. Make his job of deciding the winner a little easier. All right, guys, if you got any questions, I'm just kind of hanging out here. Has anybody checked out the Halo 6 trailer from E3? Pretty exciting stuff to see another Halo game come out, hopefully within a year, maybe 2. It looks like everything is back to the original art style. That's fun. I watched it. I was pretty excited about it. And it's really good just to kind of see Halo go back to its roots and kind of maybe reset. I don't know what they're gonna do with the. It looks like they're gonna be doing the flood as the main enemy, so that's gonna be fun to see the flood back. There's a lot of videos out right now talking about um, what's going on uh, with the trailer or whatever, and a lot of speculation. But I've seen a lot of good ones, and they make some good points as far as how the flood got to installation '07, I think it's what it is, and it's just really fun. I'm glad to see that Halo is hopefully going back to the way it used to be. Some people might not have ever even played Halo 1 or 2 or 3, and it's just it's a good time to be thinking about what they're doing, what they could be doing with the series. Like, I'm excited about it. I don't know about you guys. All right, guys, you got any Halo Scout? All right, I'm glad you got it. There was some discrepancies in getting people's addresses and stuff. I wasn't real confident that some of them had even done it correctly. So I'm glad you got it. I wanted to give everybody a token of appreciation for being in the contest. That was really fun. It was really the least I could do, just to kind of give somebody a gift or just something to show that I really appreciate the people coming out and participating in the contest. Hopefully next time when I do another contest, I'll have better prizes, and who knows, I may be able to go beyond just a blind bag, maybe something bigger. Really just depends on how much shipping is going to be, and I really don't know how to do stuff internationally. So if I've got people in Europe or Australia or something, I don't know how those packages are going to get to them. So that's something I might need to research a little bit and kind of see where that's going to go. But yeah, I just wanted to give you that. I'm glad you found it. I have 2 unclaimed prizes, and they know who they are. I'm not going to say who they are, but if they will get their contact info to me, I can send those out. I'm not going to put a deadline on it. Just whenever they get it to me, I'll send them out. Hopefully they'll do it pretty soon, because they're pretty tempting to want to open up and see what's in there. But I'll give them a little bit of time before I go ahead and open them. All right, guys, we got 6 people watching, a new record. Braden. When I had the contest, I said that I was going to email everybody email with information about what they needed to do to claim their prize. There was 8 people. 3 of them got the top prizes, and then everybody else who participated was supposed to get a blind bag, snowbound. Let me see if I still have that here. I got it right here. So this is their free gift for participating in the contest. Now, they haven't responded to me, and I've sent them a couple emails saying, hey, I need to get this information, and that's okay. I mean, it's not a big deal that they're not. I know that the people that participated in the contest, their ages vary wildly. I mean, it could be someone who's 8 years old to 30, 40 years old. So I didn't expect everybody to know the exact thing. I just wanted them to, if they needed to get help with the address, they could. And everything I thought was explained well in the contest announcement video, but it's just something that you have to think about if you're gonna. I know physical prizes are kind of difficult to get when it's kind of like an internet-based thing. It seems like all the rewards should be not physical, more like a digital. And maybe we can send everybody like a $5 credit to Amazon or Walmart or something. I don't know what we're going to do in the future, but I wanted to give somebody something physical because animating is a very physical thing, like stop motions and stuff. It's not really in the realm of computer animation, and the fun of animating is getting your hands on stuff and working with your hands. I mean, you're not working with a mouse and a keyboard; you're working with your hands, and it's just a lot more, in my opinion, it's more enjoyable, and you get to do some stuff and see what you can do. So I wanted to give somebody something physical, and I kind of wanted to legitimize the contest and stuff with prizes, and that's the main thing with that. Draw kill. The top prize was a $25 gift card to Walmart, and the third prize or the second prize was a $15 gift card, and the third place prize was a $5 gift card. And then everybody who participated was supposed to get a blind bag from this. I had about 7 of these, and I mailed out all but 2 of them to the participants. And that was just to kind of give them something for their effort. Hello, Pin Pixel. How are you? We're kind of just hanging out. If you didn't see it earlier, I counted down my top 5 least favorite Halo Mega Bloks sets. Go check that out if you haven't after this video is over. Right now, I'm just kind of hanging out, drinking my coffee, chilling with you guys. I want to say I appreciate you spending your Friday afternoon with me. I know it's not. You could be watching a lot of other things, and I appreciate it. See you, Braden. Check out the next one next time, I guess. All right, guys. Got a couple of you leaving. I'm doing good. I'm a little warm out here in the garage, but I'll suffer with you guys. What were we talking about? Another thing about this set I don't like is it doesn't roll. Like when you push it, it doesn't roll. It kind of rolls, but you see how the wheel kind of locks up? It doesn't want to roll right. You have to really push down on it to get it to roll. You shouldn't have to do that. So that's just one more complaint that I have with that. Mega Bloks, send me a new police Warthog. All right, guys, I'm free to answer some questions. Does anybody have any experience with the Assassin's Creed Mega Bloks line? I remember seeing them in the store, and I was thinking, man, I'm gonna get those, and now they're like, you can't hardly find them. And some of the sets that I was wanting to get, they're like $40 now. So I guess I should have got them when I had a chance. Because they had some really good ones. I wish I'd have got a couple of those. And I guess they thought that Assassin's Creed would be kind of a popular line, and maybe the fan base for Assassin's Creed is not quite the same as Halo. It's probably not as big, and probably not as young either. I would think that most of Assassin's Creed fans are probably preteen or teen, maybe even older than that. So I guess that's why maybe they didn't do good. I don't have any Destiny stuff. I have seen a couple sets that I wanted to get, and I haven't got those yet either. And I haven't really played any Destiny, so I'm not really comfortable making any animations about it because I don't really know the source material as much as I know about the Halo material. So I have some friends that play Destiny, and they tell me it's a very good game, very fun to play. I may check it out. Halo Scout, I'm not sure. I'm thinking about doing one again at the end of July, but I'm not certain because I have a lot of other things I need to get done, and I don't think that I can get all that stuff done and host a contest and all that kind of stuff. Plus, I don't have any more prizes to give out, which means I'll have to go out and find some. Just out of curiosity, what was in your blind bag? If you don't mind sharing. Yeah, I know that Bungie they kind of moved away from Halo and did Destiny, and all my friends that used to play Halo they play Destiny now, and I'm on the fence all the time about trying to take on new things. So I haven't really played it that much. Ah, okay. So that looks like Spartan Lock. Does it say who that is? So that one is the Halo Hunter, the Spartan Hunter. I don't know what that one is. I opened one and it was the ODST, so I was happy to get that one. Well, if I do another contest, yeah, I'd be glad if you could make something. And I've seen some of your stuff since the contest, and I think you're making some good improvements, man. Yes, I'm going to play Halo Infinite, and I may have to go out and give me an Xbox One. And I had an Xbox One, and I sold it because I just didn't play it anymore. I kind of gravitated toward just making videos and not wasting my free time so much. So I'll probably have to go out and give me another Xbox One when that comes out. Yes, it does. It looks really cool, and I'm really glad that they're going back to maybe the old way of doing stuff. Not necessarily that that's better. It's just maybe more a step in the right direction. It'd be good to see the flood back in a Halo game, and nothing against the Prometheans or whatever. I just don't think they're a very good enemy to fight, and some of the stuff in the game in Halo 4 and 5, man, you're just like, what the heck are you thinking? Alright guys, I got maybe 15 more minutes and I gotta go. Oh, that's cool, man. I bet he's one of the rare ones then. Because, let me see here. I can tell none of them were the Brute. I could just tell by the way it felt. I could tell there was no hammer in there. This one, I think, is the Spartan Hunter. Man, I really want to open these up, but I better wait. That Wetaworks would be a good one to get. Oh, he's a common. Dang, man. I wonder what the rare ones are. Okay, cool. Yeah. If you guys are looking for a contest to join, just hit up Stinger. I think the Brave 101 said he was doing a contest, but I haven't heard from him since then. Road Warrior John, I have Call of Duty, Halo, of course, Adventure Force is one I think I have, and I have the Aliens ones of those. They make a bunch of different ones. I was surprised to see how many different intellectual properties that Mega Bloks makes. They're almost getting to where they're kind of like Lego, where they can pretty much do whatever. The Destiny ones, the Assassin's Creed ones, those are some of the ones that I want to get. I just hadn't had time to get those yet, or the extra money. Any money that my channel makes, I usually just put it back into the channel. I don't really go out and buy stuff for my own use. So, and since I like Halo so much, anytime I have a chance to buy a new set of that, I usually just end up getting something from Halo. And I probably have more than I need right now of Halo stuff, so I'll probably start trying to get some different things and check those things out. Some of that stuff that I haven't had time to. All right, guys, I'm winding down. Well, Lego is a good company. They're number one as far as quality control and everything being nice and pretty and clean and neat. Uh, so actually, in actuality, they're a superior company in that aspect, but they don't really take any chances. You know what I mean? They're not like I like Mega Bloks just because they have these figures. You can only do so much with a Lego figure, and even I know they're making some new sets now with the larger sets that are more like an action figure. But you can get so much more movements and stuff out of these than you can out of Legos. Um, and you just can't beat Legos quality. They're really good brand. But Mega Bloks is probably number two. I mean, they've come a long way. They used to be really not that great, but nowadays they're just about as good. I would say almost as good. All right, cool. That's real cool, man. Uh, Now, a lot of people like to collect stuff. I'm not really a collector. I'm more just I try to buy what I need and get things that I need. I'm not really a big on collecting, uh, mainly because I don't have the money and I don't really have the time to kind of track that stuff down. So all the stuff I have is just stuff that I've needed at various points, and I just bought it and got it, used it, and I'm sure there are some rare ones in there, but that wasn't the intention. All right, guys, how are y'all doing? I've got just a few more minutes here, and I'm gonna have to go. Let's go another 20 minutes, if that clock is right. You guys are only proving the fact that people will watch anything, even a guy in a garage talking to a light that spins in a circle. If I haven't gotten to your question, I'm sorry. I'm kind of just scrolling through here. I don't think I missed any. Hello, Square Blocks. Are you new? Happy Friday, man. If I didn't say hello to you, hello. If you missed it earlier, I counted down my 5 least favorite Mega Block sets. There's some real clunkers in there. I don't have any updates on the Covenant dropship. I didn't get to work this week because I had a lot of stuff to do. Hopefully next week maybe I can get some more of that done and have something to show you. Also, probably next Friday, I'm gonna go back. I'm gonna go back to the store and see if I can find something else to open up for us in the live stream. Maybe something. If I had the Borg from Star Trek, I would have all of the Hero series. So I may get that. I don't know. I'm not sure. Come on, guys. I need something to talk about. All right, Pin Pixel. I'll see you later. I got 3 people still watching. What are you guys watching? What do you think's gonna happen? When will the next stop motion be? I'm not certain. I am working on one right now, and I've only got about 15 seconds done, so it's going to be a little bit. I'm shooting for about 3 minutes, so maybe at the end of the month, maybe, or the middle of next month. I'm trying not to be out here too much because it's just too hot to be out in the garage messing with stuff. Really, the summertime is when I usually try to take a break since I moved out here. And I do move stuff inside and film stuff inside sometimes, but really everything is out here, and I try to do everything out here because that way I don't have to go back and forth and look for stuff. You know, I always forget something. I have to come. It ends up taking a lot longer than just sitting out here and actually doing it. But since it's so hot, I kind of just take a little break during the summer. I am working on one, but it's a very slow process. So once it gets done, though, you guys, I'll upload it. Don't worry. Dun, dun, dun. You're working on 5 stop motions at once. Man, you're like the Spielberg of stop motion. To me, it's real hard to work on anything except one at a time. Like, I have taken a break in between one and made another one. But for the most part, I like to get everything completely done before I start working on a second one. But that's cool. I mean, you do whatever you want to, whatever you're comfortable with. If you can handle 5 projects, certainly I couldn't do it. A haul video? Well, I don't typically go to. I don't hardly ever buy in bulk, and when I do, I don't know if it would be worthy of a haul video or not. But I might do one. You never know. Man, you are lucky. I only get a couple days a week to work on anything. I would say use that time wisely and try to make as many stop motions as you can. Just remember that every time you make one, you're going to get a little bit better. You're gonna learn some stuff along the way. I'm sure you'll have better ways of doing things, and just use that experience in each one. You know, try to utilize all the things that you can to make one, and you'll do good, man. You do good work. When I first started, I only had like maybe 4 or 5 hours a weekend to work on animation, and that's why it took so long for me to make them. Is because you only got a couple hours. You got to get whatever you can done, and be done with it, and be ready for the next session, as I call them. I like to call them animating sessions. But if you've got extra time, man, I would be using it as much as you can. You never know where you're going to end up. You may have a really, really popular channel, and it'd be great to go back and use all that experience that you have when you make a video later in the future. They're going to be something really amazing if you are able to implement all your experiences and all your skills into that. Now I'm in a good place where I get to work at least 2 days a week. Usually on Friday and Saturday, I get to animate what I can, and I try to animate as much as I can. Just use those experiences to your advantage. All right, guys, we're almost at an hour, and I'm gonna have to go here pretty quick. If I haven't said hi to you, hello. I really feel like I should show you something. I don't really have anything right offhand that I can grab. Do I have these? I have these. This one work? Nope. I thought I had one of these in here loose. We have these. So these are some Lego lights. I had to pull these out, and they just light up. Pretty bright. So I guess if you were using something and you wanted to have an explosion, you would just incorporate this into the building of the area, and then have that kind of explode there. I don't know. I got a bunch of these. I kind of like them. So that's that. I have these here. I don't know what I'm gonna do with them. I guess I could make a crater out of those if I had to. So maybe like a moon crater or something like that. Look at that, man! I'm awesome. A UFO. Oh yeah, I guess you could do that too. Nope, I can't do it. Let's see if I got something in there. This piece. This is from that one set. I don't think that's gonna work. Damn it! Nope, that won't work. What about this piece? Will that fit? Will it fit? Will it fit? Come on! Yes, I did it! Oh, oh man! All right, one more try. You can't pick it up. What's up with this? You gotta be real careful. Forget it. I'm done. All right, that's enough goofing around. All right, guys, I got just a couple more minutes. Any questions? Be sure and check out the live stream next Friday. I'm not sure what we're going to be doing, but we'll have something to talk about. I'll probably have some sets to open, maybe. And maybe we can talk more about some animation stuff. Maybe. Who knows? It'll be next Friday from 3 to 4. And let me see. If you're not subscribed to me, you should probably subscribe. I'm going to be doing stuff all summer long. And just kind of hanging out. Getting a feel of what everybody's doing for the summer. And I guess that's it. If you have Destiny stuff, I guess you should go ahead and try. Maybe you could do a Halo versus Destiny, or if you're familiar with the game, maybe you can recreate some kind of scene from the games or something. Now Destiny isn't as popular as Halo, so if you're making a video just to get views and subs, you might want to stick to stuff that's more popular. But there's nothing wrong with experimenting, and if you got the time, you might as well go ahead. And who knows, you may hit. I don't know. I don't have any Destiny figures to compare them with, so I would say they're probably the same size as these figures. So I'm not certain. Oh, okay. Well, they're more Call of Duty size, I guess. I like the Call of Duty figures, okay, but it just seems like their arms are too long. Like they're disproportionate to. See, the Halo ones are just about right, but the Call of Duty ones are a little bit too long. Let me see if I got some. I got some right here. Okay, so well, maybe they're not too long. They just do seem a little bit longer than they should be, though. I mean, that's a good, I don't know, quarter-inch difference in the length. So, I don't know. And I don't really like their hand molds. You can see the hand molds are different. I'll get this up here. I don't really like the Call of Duty hand molds. They look like they're all wearing mittens. and these look more like hands. So, I mean, these are my preferred ones. I don't know about you guys. Call of Duty does a really great job with all those little tiny accessories and stuff. So, that's one thing they got going for them. All right, guys, I'm winding down. Any questions? If you guys haven't checked out After Things' entry into the Stinger 11 contest, go check that out. It's really funny. I thought it was funny. I don't know if everybody will, but I thought it was pretty hilarious. Does anybody want a shout out, like in the next video or something? I may do that. I may do some shout outs. Some of my favorite Mega Bloks animators are Motroid X. Axiology is a good one. Alexis Gutierrez is one of my favorites. Those are some really great animators. Go check those guys out. I guess that's my top faves. There's a bunch of people that used to do it that don't do it anymore. I wish they'd come back and do some more. All right, guys, I gotta go. I'm gonna holler at you next time. Be sure and come back next Friday, 3 to 4, and I'll hang out with you more. Go check out Halo Scout. He's pretty cool. And I may do a video of my top 5 favorite animators or something sometimes. You too, man. All right, I gotta go, guys. I'll see you later. Have a happy Friday, and be sure and get your dad something for Father's Day. It's this Sunday, so don't forget. And I'll talk to you next time. Later.